Okay, good evening everybody and welcome back to the channel, and hopefully you're watching this on YouTube as well. But anyway, yeah, a few days ago I finished a series that I've absolutely loved, and it's been one of the best shows that I've reacted to, and it was the 70s sitcom Mind Your Language. And when it came to the business of replacing this show with another, that's something that I'd thought about over the, it's been over a year that I've been reacting to that show. I think it's been nearly 2 years that it, was it? Or was it like a year and 8 months or so? It was a long time, yeah. But anyway, I thought about different shows that I could replace it with when I finally finished it. But I finally finished it a few days ago, and before I'd even recorded that reaction, I pretty much knew what it was going to be. You already know what it is, because if you're watching this video, then you've clicked on you've seen the title. But yeah, this is a show that has been recommended to me by so many people, and one person in particular who oh no, you won't, Mikey. You know Mikey from MJB Reactions. You all know Mikey. Yeah, he said that this is a show I absolutely need to watch, need to react to, need to watch, because he's absolutely adamant that I will like it. It's exactly the type of comedy that fits my sense of humour. He basically said that. Maybe not in those exact words, but that's what he was saying. That's how he was selling it to me, you know? He was basically saying it's so offensive and it's so anti, like, modern attitudes towards what's appropriate in comedy that I know you're going to love it, basically, is what he said. And he's right. That is the kind of comedy I love. I love offensive, shock comedy. So, that's what I'm going to be reacting to. I'm going to be reacting to Love Thy Neighbour. We are starting Love Thy Neighbour on the channel, yes. Also, I'm aware that Rudolph Walker's in this show, who plays Patrick in EastEnders, and he was also in an episode of On the Buses. I'm pretty sure I saw him in an episode of that I reacted to a while ago. And he was in Mr. Bean. But I've, mainly seen him in EastEnders. But as well as Mikey, a lot of other people have mentioned this show as well. So I know a lot of people have been waiting for this moment to finally happen. It's happening, people. Believe it. This moment is happening. You are seeing this. This is not an illusion. Okay. But before we get into it, yeah, just to let everyone know that Mind Your Language is now finished and available on the Patreon in full. And also, I reacted to a movie last night. I reacted to the 2025 British independent film I Swear, which is based on the life of John Davidson, the Scottish, the guy from Garlish Hills with Tourette's, and it was absolutely incredible. Kind of overdid it a little bit, and the reaction ended up being 5 hours
comedy
long.
films.
But, yeah, if, you could watch it in 2 or 3 sittings and just make it an hour and a half at a time and just do it across 3 days, you know? Yeah, even I was like, what have you done, you idiot? How have you turned a 2-hour film into a 3-hour reaction? I do it all the time. I turn 25-minute episodes of comedies into an hour reaction on a regular basis, but I'm trying to make this one reasonably lengthed, but I just needed to mention that because it's going to be a while until I can get that onto YouTube in any kind of form. But I just want to get the word out that that film is now available on Patreon in all tiers. For the first week it's uploaded on Patreon, it's available in every tier, so the $1 a month tier, you'll get that reaction. I'm going to wait to see how popular it is before I put it in any higher tiers. And if it's popular in the first week, then it'll spend another week in all tiers as well. So that's available right now in every tier. So you pay 80p for a month's membership, basically, and you get that reaction. Right, that's enough of that. Let's get into this, because I've waited for this moment for a while. The cast, Rudolph Walker, yeah, Jack Smethurst and Nina, I don't know those people. Released 1972, and this episode premiered on the 13th of April 1972. Wow, a year before my mum was born. Wow. Okay, here we go. Let's begin Love Thy Neighbour. This is the pilot. And everybody who asked for this and requested it, or requested it, suggested it, whatever, however you mentioned the show to me, wherever, however, whatever, where, yeah, Your moment has come. Let's go. It says in the description that he's a socialist. But the way this show's been described to me is that he's supposed to be very racist. Mind you, yep. As far as I'm concerned, from what I see these days, it's the people on the socialist side that are the racist ones. Yeah, that was one of Jimmy Savile's first jobs, wasn't it? He had a radio show on Radio Luxembourg. I remember that during. Well, I've seen that somewhere. Yeah, right. I didn't get that for a second. Luxembourg, what have they ever given us? Hair shampoo and Jimmy Savile. I didn't get that for a second, but yeah, then I just remembered that Jimmy Savile, one of his first jobs was Radio Luxembourg. Something to do with Radio Luxembourg. I'm right about that, aren't I? Pretty sure I am.
How would you like Brussels sprouts and tulips?
Oh, has something been cut out there? Or is that just typical 1970s poor editing? You get a lot. I saw a lot of that in Mind Your Language. I see it on the buses sometimes as well. But it does leave you confused, thinking it looks like he was going to say something. So please let me know if there's something being cut out there. I'm watching this on the free movie and TV website that I watch everything on. This is where I watch The Simpsons. This is where I watch Law and Order. This is where I watch any movies that I can't get on Netflix. Yeah, this is literally my favourite site because it's high-quality versions of anything I can think of, pretty much. Well, not everything, but pretty much everything. Anything that's been on telly or in the cinema in the last 100 years, it will be on here somewhere. Yeah. Like, look, Are You Being Served on the Buses is on here. To the Manor Born. Are You Being Served Again? Peaky Blinders, Game of Thrones. Yeah, it's a very good website. But I feel like something is missing there. Anyways, on the phone through the Race Relations Board. So we'll pick up here. But someone please let me know where I can find a version of this episode so I can watch that scene properly.
Race Relations Board?
Something has been cut out.
I wish to make a complaint. Pardon? Am I coloured? Yes, white all over. I'm proud of it.
Pardon? Am I coloured? Yes, white. I'm proud.
I wish to make a complaint against the knick-knock. Pardon? Oh, very well, a coloured gentleman then.
I wish to make a complaint against a what? Okay, Mikey. You were right, you weren't kidding. This doesn't hold back at all, does it? This is like an R-rated version of Mind Your Language, really, isn't it? Except I'm guessing it's just going to be the spat between this couple and the coloured couple living next door. Whereas in Mind Your Language, it was a class full of people from all different countries. Yeah, there was a Pakistani Muslim, an Indian Sikh, there was a French girl, a German woman, an Italian man, a Greek man, a Spanish man, a Japanese man, a Chinese woman. Jamila was a Christian, but she wrote in Urdu, so she could have been from Pakistan, or, well, I don't know. But I love Jamila in Mind Your Language, she's lovely. Yeah, but, yeah. Yeah, he's on the phone to his black as well. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, how am I supposed to know you're coloured? You don't sound black. Literally, if you said this today, you would be... Yeah, you'd go to jail. You just would. Especially if you wrote it on Facebook. Hey, now... No, actually, no. No. Oh, it's so tempting to make this political. Oh, I'm very tempted to jump on my little soapbox, but no, I won't. I won't. I will hold my tongue. I mean, I wasn't going to say anything that hasn't been said already anyway, but yeah. Wow.
You get raped during the night.
Promises, promises.
Not by me, by him.
Promises, promises. What, you want to be raped? Jesus. clan did not have a branch in Twickenham, for fuck's sake. That's brilliant. It's 1972, right? What was it? Had the National Front started up by 1972? Yeah. Or were they an 80s thing? Did they start in the 80s? I don't know.
You count how many beds they took in.
Do you know the thing about this? It's shocking enough for me to hear these words in a TV show from any era, but the fact that Little Britain, right? Little Britain, that never really actually said a racist word in its entire 3 series and 2 specials. It just did blackface a couple of times. There was the woman who threw up whenever she found out that the jam she was tasting or the cake she was eating had been made by a coloured person. And when she found out that her friend's dog was a Chinese Shih Tzu, yeah, it was subtle. The fact that that was banned, it has been banned and it's been demonised. Matt Lucas has been forced to publicly apologise for writing that show. He's been forced to grovel like a fucking naughty kid that's, accidentally dented a car with his football on the street or put someone's window through with his football like I did when I was a kid. No word of a lie, I did. Yeah, I did. I remember. But do you know what I mean? This is racist. Little Britain wasn't. Yeah. This is a completely different level to Little Britain and shows like that. And do you know what? There's even people saying that The Inbetweeners was too offensive. To who? It certainly wasn't racist. Fuck me. People these days seriously need to get a fucking... I can tell there's definitely bits being cut out of this. So, the thing is with these free movie websites, they're not legal. Let's just have it straight here. These sites are not legal. When it comes to copyright law, these sites, whoever's running them, when they get taken down, the people running these sites probably do end up being taken to court by companies like, well, whoever owns the rights to the shows that they've hosted on their website. But also, the other thing with most of these sites is that the copies of the shows and movies that are uploaded onto them are pretty much just screen recorded from a platform, an official platform that they're on. But even so, I can say with absolute confidence that if Little Britain isn't available on any platform in this country that you can pay for to have a membership on, like Netflix, ITVX, BritBox, Amazon Prime, you name it, then this definitely isn't. If a show that's, only done blackface a couple of times and the subtle racial undertone jokes has been kicked off all the streaming sites, then this hasn't got a fucking prayer. So it makes me wonder why there's been bits cut out of this, because wherever they've got it from, surely it was an original copy, like a DVD. You can rip DVD copies of things onto these sites. You can't do it from VHSs, I don't think. Actually, maybe you can, I don't know. DVD players, they were an entire generation ahead of the VHS player. And they came out in the era when we had the computer, already had the computer, and we had the internet. So they came with, ports that you could connect them to the computer with. So that you could... That's how people pirated movies. I had loads of pirated CDs and movies as a kid. That's how I got most of my films on DVD and most of my albums. There were, burns and downloads and what have you. But yeah, where have they got this from then if it's had bits cut out of it? And where can I find a version that doesn't have anything cut out? Because it's a pilot as well. This is the pilot episode. Do you think it might just be shoddy editing, and maybe they thought it's the pilot. This is the episode that's the difference between us getting on TV or not getting on TV. Do you think they toned it down a little bit? Mind you, what have they cut out? If what I've already heard has been left in, what have they cut out? That's what's worrying me. That's what I'm worrying about, what I'm missing. You know? If what I've heard already is what's been left in the pilot episode, you know, a pilot episode for the team that's made a TV show is basically the audition for a huge $200 million Hollywood blockbuster for an actor. It's whether or not you're going to get a big break. That's what it is. If it's a TV show that, you know, is going to go on to be huge, like all the big TV shows that have had pilots and then went on to, like, Friends, you know, they got their pilot and, you know, what, 22 years later and it's still the most watched American TV comedy in the world. But yeah, I just, if anybody, well, I know that there's people on my channel watching this that were around and will have watched this when it was originally broadcasted, because there's people that watched On the Buses and Mind Your Language when it was on telly in the 70s. So you must have been around to see this as well, unless you were on holiday for a year. You know, yeah. So let me know, please do, and I'll and let me know where I can find a version. Yeah, because in fact, what would be better if, what would be absolutely perfect is if you could find me a site that shows where you show that every episode is the original version. Then I can check the lengths of the episode on that site against the lengths of the versions of the episode on this site. And if they're shorter on this site, it means they've had something cut out, and I'll watch them on the other one. So I'll be able to alternate, you see? Because at least on this site, I know it's going to be good quality. So, yeah. Or is that going to be a regular theme? Are they going to play tricks on him and his wife going to be in on it as well? Because that'll be it. He came in the room like a fucking, like one of the tribes members from Sentinel Island. That is quality. Another one for Fremantle Media Enterprises. Right, that's not a company that was, well, it's not a company that had a logo like that in the 70s. That is clearly a logo that has been designed on a computer. So this has obviously been taken off a website then. A platform, a hosting platform. But where? Where is... Right, I'm going to have to search this. There is no way that this is on any modern streaming site. Legal streaming site. Legit streaming site. It can't be. Love Thy Neighbour. Where to... Oh, it's a... You can buy it on Amazon. Well, yeah, Amazon's a bit different though, isn't it? It's worldwide. It's not a country. It's not specific to one country. It's worldwide. So it kind of works according to the law of everywhere. It's not bound by the laws of one particular country. Mind you, in every country that it's in, it does trade according to the laws of that country. So, for example, Amazon in the UK, you can't buy tobacco products on Amazon in the UK, but in America, you can buy ammunition for your gun on Amazon. At least you could do a few years ago, because a friend of mine in America bought a resupply of bullets for her pistol on Amazon. She told me that. I remember her showing me the screenshot of the order. She ordered about, I think, 100 rounds for about $40 or something in a sale for a pistol. She lives in Florida. That's what they like there. Everybody in Florida has a gun. It's like Texas, especially the women, because, you know, they're not timid in America, not like the women in California. You mess with them, they'll shoot you. Don't mess with a woman from Florida. Oh, no. They won't put up with your bollocks. You bullshit. Anyway, right, that was the pilot of Love Thy Neighbour, and, well, Mikey, all I'm going to say, I'm gonna sum up your entire effort of trying to encourage me and pushing me towards starting this show. I'm going to sum it up with the following phrase. You were right. And that is covering everything you've said about this. Everything that you said to curry my favour. Curry? That racist. He said it'll stink of curry, he basically said. Curry my favour. Yeah, alright. Curry my favour with this show. Yeah, everything you've said already in this pilot episode, I can already see it. I can already see that you're right. And this has got a long way to go. 7 series. This isn't a typical British comedy where there's 3 series of 6 episodes. No. There's another 4 series on top of that usual 3. And, well, there's 8 episodes in this series. In the second one, there's 6. All right, fine, whatever. In the third, there's 6. Fourth, there's 8. Nice. Fifth, 6. Fine, whatever. 6th, 7. And in the final series, 7. Right, fair enough. Yeah. Loved that. Absolutely loved it. Worth the wait, but do you know what? Yeah, kind of wishing I'd have done this sooner, but it felt like the right moment for me to start this was after I finished Mind Your Language. And I know a few of you are probably going to be asking and wondering, wait a minute, you haven't finished Mind Your Language, you've just done the final episode of Series 3. The first episode of Series 4 is available on the internet somewhere, if you look hard enough, but here's the thing. Well, actually, no, there's a couple of things. First thing is, I don't want to watch the first episode of a series that I cannot finish. That'd just annoy me. And second, I have had more people tell me not to watch the first episode of Series 4 than I have had people telling me to watch the first episode of Series 4 of that show. Because apparently, there are so many changes, bad changes. Sorry, I just bit my tongue. That's why I sounded a bit when I said changes then. Ow. I bit my tongue. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So many changes from Series 4 that it ruined it. So I think what is best for everyone is, for now at least, for the present, I don't do it. I might do it in the future. Who knows? I could do it just on Patreon. Although, if the demand on YouTube for my reaction to that episode gets big enough, once I've posted episode 8 of Series 3, I can put it on YouTube as well. But yeah, as of right now, Mind Your Language is a show that I've finished. Okay? But there is a view to do Series 4, Episode 1 at some point in the future. Yeah. And this is its replacement. So, I think, yeah, this is perfect timing. I've finished one early 70s sitcom that was based on racial stereotypes and racially based jokes, with another show that is, which the show's comedy is based on basically based on racist jokes and racist stereotypes. Yeah, big time. This is like, you know, the offensiveness of Mind Your Language is well, I'll tell you what, let's measure it by the current Premier League table this season. The racial offending ability of Mind Your Language is about where, let's say, where West Ham United are in the table right now. And this show is the full-on Arsenal. Okay? Let's put it that way, yeah? Seriously, it's night and day, but the difference, honestly. there wasn't actually a racist term. I don't think I heard in that show. I didn't hear the M word. The only time I heard the P word, it was included in a word. Eh? I am having a very funny thought. He is Pakistani, she is Chinese. If they have a baby, it will be Pakinese. You know? That's the only time that word even got mentioned in that show. And that's it. That's it. It was more stereotypes and yeah. But this is something different and I cannot wait. Yeah, I think my schedule over the next few weeks is going to change a little bit. I think I'm going to want to get a jump on this. I mean, I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not going to do what I did with like Bottom and other shows that I loved immediately like I do with this and do basically the whole first series within 10 days. No, I might do 3 episodes within the next. So from today, so it's the 23rd today. So between now and the 29th, I'm guessing I'll probably be up to episode 3 by Sunday. That's what I'm thinking. Depending on what I have to do this week. But I've got a bit of room. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to end this because it's going to end up being a long reaction again. So, there we go. Brand new show started, Love Thy Neighbour. It is officially on my schedule, and I hope everybody that has hoped and prayed and wanted for this show to happen on my channel, I hope you're so happy about this. I am. I'm excited. Hope you're excited. Mikey, I know you're going to be excited too. This is going to be fun. I'm so looking forward to this. So, to everybody who ever mentioned this and recommended it and whatever, thank you. If you're watching on YouTube, then please like this video and subscribe to the channel and consider joining the Patreon. Remember, membership starts from $1 a month, which is basically about 85 pence. You get access to 6 shows that I'm reacting to at any one given time. Mind Your Language was one of those 6 shows, I think. Yeah, it was. It's ended now. I could replace that with this. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Why don't I make this available to as many people as possible? At least the first series. Yeah, the first series of this will be available in the $1 a month tier. So you pay $1 and you will have this for at least a month. However much of this show I react to within a month, you'll get it. You'll get access to it. And 5 other shows that I'm reacting to and everything else. So, yeah. And you'll be amazed how much past content you'll get access to in that tier as well. Yep, I don't give access. No other reactor gives more access. Gives access to more content on their Patreon for as low a price as I do. I offer the best value for money membership in the entire reaction community. I will never be beaten on that because it's not possible to price a tier on Patreon lower than $1 a month. So I'll never be beaten by that. And if any reactor's telling you that they offer a better value for money than me, they're lying to you. Trust me. Trust me. I can prove it. Especially when you've got reactors only offering you the privilege of picking one movie reaction a month for, what, $150 a month membership fee? Are you taking the piss? I mean, yeah, fair enough. I charge about £15 for a movie reaction and about £20 to £30 for a full series, depending on how long it is. That's negotiable depending on how long the series is, and a standalone video is about £10. Or if it's short, it's like 5 minutes, it'll be like £5. Yeah, but my most expensive tier is $28.99 a month. And I only put that, and before that it was it was it a $17.99 tier or was it $21.99? But I put that tier on because some people, I saw other reactors with higher price tiers, so I experimented with it. And since I've started that most expensive tier, I've had a few people join it. Yep, including the most recent person who's joined it has stayed in it since they've joined it. and they've been in it for about 4 months now. So they've paid me. Yeah, they've been paying that for the last 4 months now. But anyway, there's how many tiers on my Patreon? 11. So you've got many different price options. You know, whatever you can afford, there's an option for you. And if there isn't a price option there that suits your budget, then let me know. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, $6.19, $8, $12.40, $15.99, and $27.99. I think that's right. So yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4. $1, $2, $3, $4, and $6.19, which is basically about £4. So yeah, there'll be something there for you. Of course there will be. But anyway, that's it. So thank you everybody for watching. And if you're watching this on Patreon, if you're already on the Patreon and watching this, you already know you are the real legends in my community, because you're already there on that Patreon, paying for my content, and you guys, your support means the world to me. And yep, I probably wouldn't be doing this without you. Well, I wouldn't. You know, if the YouTube channel hadn't been monetized last year, I probably wouldn't be still doing the YouTube side of it, based on how many views I was getting, because I knew how much I was missing out on. I don't do this for the money, but yeah, Patreon, that's where the real passion is, for those people that literally pay me to sit here and react to TV shows and movies. Come on. Yeah, it means a lot. It really does. People that support me like that, it's a big deal. It really is. You really are the best people in this community. You really are. Because on YouTube, you don't pay a thing to watch the videos. You might have an advert play before the video you want to watch, but you don't have to pay to watch that advert. You just skip it after 5 seconds. Well, most of them. Some of them you have to wait 10 or 20 seconds, but most you skip after 5. Yeah, the Patreon members, they're the real kings on this channel. So, shout out to all of you. I love you a bit. And check out Mikey's YouTube channel and his Patreon. You'll find links to both in the YouTube description of the YouTube upload of this reaction. And on the Patreon, you'll find him in my recommended section. His Patreon in the recommended section of my Patreon, and on his Patreon there's a link to his YouTube channel, so you'll find him one way or another. So that's it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon for episode 2, The New Neighbours. It will be in next to no time. It'll be here before you know it, I promise. Thank you very much, and good night.